All right, this is capturing impossible light activity as well. I want you to see my magnified shadow reaching across the room. There's more than one shadow. All right, and this is while the door's cracked. All right, I want you to see very clearly, this is supposedly the sunlight. Also see it's perpendicular, impossible light activity. This is also impossible light activity, the fact that it's reaching into the depths underneath the structure into a doorway. That's not normal light activity. The light source is remaining. Remember, it was rising this morning at 7, so let's count the hours. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It is 3:46. That's over 8 hours. You're looking at the light source, which is adjacent to building 1810. The entity is suggesting that it's so close that this is sunlight that's coexisting and that's all sunlight that touches the ground. And then you're looking at this light activity that's appearing in the shade. All right, and this is the pattern of conduct that's underway while the world is telling you, MSN.com specifically is telling you about the total solar eclipse that darkens the skies over parts of North America. The moon blots out the sun during the total solar eclipse as seen from Carbondale, Illinois. There's only one sun. Only one. You're looking at what is the entity that is, I want to be clear. And let me also be clear. Those that are observing in other parts of the country, they may be genuinely ignorant. Okay. I'm speaking to those that don't know about the reality of what's going on in the world and the environment and with the government. Okay. But I want to be clear. This is also a real-time agenda. Those that are feeding this information, those that are putting this out, and that's not accidental or out of ignorance. You are being fed, you are being conditioned. And this is speaking to what is under no circumstances actually occurring with regard to the natural environment. You're looking at this and then you're going to juxtapose to what I'm showing you here, where the entity is engaging in ongoing a habit of terrorizing, stalking, remaining where I'm at. Not only with the light source, not only with this sort of light activity, but the entity stalking by helicopters, just like this, Exhibit A. And that's what you're going to... While an entity, a people in the United States, I just want to be clear, lying to the people in this country, engaging in state surveillance. And then that country wants to threaten your life, wants to, what the entity sought to do. But I'm documenting, and I'm also going to prosecute. They're going to federal prison. License 7AVX997. Impossible light moves across that dumpster. That's a demon, okay? There's no sun in Illinois, nor was there at any point in the day today. While you're looking at what is the maintenance of the light source, the entity, the demon possessed, would like to suggest that that's sunlight. First of all, it's not. It's never happening. Also, but you're going to use the illusion. The light source is hovering over me, and you're looking at the pattern of conduct, the pattern of the people of the state, whether they're driving a Ryder vehicle, by the way, whether they're riding in what is a FedEx vehicle, by the way, whether they are riding in a Center for Better Life vehicle, by the way, where the entity is maintaining presence in helicopters, by the way, and crossing paths with that ongoing phenomenon of light across surfaces. That's a demon. That's a third party. And I want to be clear, many third parties are online or on television, and they're feeding an impossible narrative to you. Impossible. The fact that there is some solar eclipse that's being observed in the natural environment, we're not looking at the same object, and nor is that sunlight that's occurring while a third-party demon-possessed group stalker is driving by a dumpster and engineer lights moving across. All of these are related facts. That's not sunlight that's appearing on my ceiling in my apartment. Remember that. That's not sunlight that's magnified in size, just like that's not sunlight that's appearing on my wall in the shade with the door cracked closed. With the door cracked closed. Okay, and then the entity is stalking by helicopter. And then the entity is driving by and light is swiping all across the dumpster. This is the pattern of conduct that I'm showing you. And I also want you to be aware in real time. An entity is feeding you a narrative, and it is not the truth. That is not accidental. It's also not coincidental, okay? Because this is going to be a matter of what is world news, what I'm publishing to you right now, okay? There is a real-time agenda to keep you in the dark, to keep you asleep. This is not possibly the natural environment. Sorry, I'm looking for, yeah. This is not possibly the natural environment where they're talking about total solar eclipse darkens part of northern Mexico. A solar eclipse is seen from Mazatlan, Mexico. You're looking at this light source that's hovering over. And I've already shown you the pattern of conduct is the state follows me where I go in helicopters and remains where I am in helicopters and stalking and monitoring and comes with the people on this side and on this side. P.O.C. That's a demon and an underage one. They will be prosecuted as group stalkers, which is a sex offense and an act of terrorism because they know exactly what they're doing. Engineer light covers that dumpster. That's activity creation while a demon moves around, noise creation, stalking in the path. Everybody at Alvarado Gardens is going to federal prison. You're seeing the systematic engagement in that surrounding behavior and that ongoing act of impunity. Everybody's going to federal prison. All 59 units filled with third-party group stalkers who are under a light source that's nowhere over the state of Mexico or Arkansas. None of that. It's impossible. It is rising and setting here. It's 3:50 p.m. It is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. I hope that you wake up This is P.O.C.